If it wasn't...
The Athene Real Talk Podcast explores controversial ideas to stimulate debate and active thinking. These ideas do not always reflect Athene's personal views. Welcome to the Athene Real Talk Podcast.
He has been called the best gamer in the world, hands down.
World-famous gamer and philanthropist Athene.
Gaming for Good, it's called, has raised more than $20 million.
Using his notoriety to raise money for charity.
On activism, science, culture, and self-development.
Proud to have him in the studio today. I would not want to take you on in a video game.
My motive is financial security. Perhaps me being more worried about my physical disability puts a very high drive for financial security. I don't want to be a douchebag, but everybody has its own narrative, its own switchboard of excuses. You say your disability, someone else says, it's my children, or it's this, or it's that. No, man. The reality is, the fact that you can just be in this chat makes you able, and actually makes you the kings and queens of current society. You have the ability to change people's lives, to save people's lives, like crazy. So when you're just constantly focused on getting more and getting more, it's unsaturated. It's like these billionaires that even want more money. There is no end to it. But if you stop taking things for granted and you start looking at things for what they are, and you get perspective, then you see you're actually quite well off. And that this security is merely a symptom of the scarcity mindset, where you're living in fear, self-inflicted fear actually. Because actually, life ain't too bad. Your life isn't that bad at all. So you can stop with all the excuses and actually, have an impact in the world. Because else, can you honestly say, I think you were not selfish when you first started playing poker? That's another excuse. It's pointing fingers. And actually, I wasn't selfish. And even if I was, still wouldn't be an excuse. You can't conceal your own hypocrisy by pointing it in someone else. So that's not an excuse either. But no, when I played poker, it wasn't for me. When I played poker, it was to raise money so I could buy a flat for me, Dean, Ian, and Reese. It was my part of the deal in order to be financially stable so we could have an even bigger impact. I wasn't even working for myself. I was trying to, create a framework, and that's where, at the end of the day, the money went. It's this building here. That's where my poker money went, to actually provide for other people. So no, it wasn't selfish at all. But hey, you don't care about that, obviously. You don't care about my response. You just care about getting rid of the dissonance, of this honesty of like, wait a minute, he's pointing me out of my own hypocrisy, of my own bullshit. Let's point something out for him. Let's muffle it away. No. It's really hard to point to the biggest philanthropist on the internet, lives a very humble life and really puts his actions where his mouth is. It's quite hard to point fingers at me. Kola says, so your idea of playing poker was to financially stable to buy a flat? No. The reason why I played poker was not to be financially stable so I could buy a flat. The reason why I played poker was because it allowed me to have a bigger impact in the world. So if you say like, oh yeah, but when you eat, you're eating for yourself. No, I'm not even eating for myself. When I eat, it's because it allows me to have a bigger impact in the world. Because if I don't eat, I drop dead. And if I would be better off dead, I would die right now. If I would be a cancer to humanity and actually not B plus EV for humanity, I wouldn't mind dying right now. Wouldn't mind at all. If I know that keeping me on a lifeline goes at the cost of thousands of kids that could better use these resources, I would say like, let me die. Watch the documentary. That's why I really love the documentary. It really rams it so hard in your face. This hypocrite mindset of trying to say like, oh, you need to be selfish, you need to be selfish. You almost believe that humans are not capable of anything else, even though the biggest example of parents taking care of their kids and not having any issues diminishing their own experience proves otherwise. That's why this is a facade. Deep inside, it's a choice. You're choosing to be this monster rather than caring. Hey, Athene, I got many spiritual experiences, and I know that every thought in your head comes true. Is that so? Is that really so? If every thought comes true, you are quite an evil human being, Maybe you should start thinking about changing the world and no misery, no suffering, no war, and then poof, it all happens. Man, this is the ultimate bullshit. You can actually test this. But hey, it's not like you're using the scientific mindset anyway when you go all that deep into the rabbit hole. The order is thought, emotion, action. I know the system and I know how society is defeating you. But my point is that not every person is ready for the good life. Is that what you tell yourself? Is that the lie? If your kid would be struggling and dying, right? You wouldn't have this little shitty rhetoric to bullshit yourself that it's fine to be a selfish asshole. This is the core, this is the supreme of selfishness, of hypocrisy. It's disgusting, actually. It's actually quite disgusting to even think that shit, because you know that it's a flat out bullshit lie. Deep inside, you know. My point is that if you give stupid people power, they will destroy your plans and you won't get success. Is that what you tell yourself as well? Like the world is filled with stupid people? People can, like kids, didn't even choose where to be born or whatever, they can just die. Maybe they're better off. Is that what you tell yourself? That's why I think it is the right way to give the key only to the smart persons who won't destroy your IDs. It's really nice, and you know, like, this is really like Hitler logic, by the way, just so you know. He was just looking at the world saying, like, you got the Ubermenschs and you got the Untermenschs, and only the Ubermenschs are allowed to live. You know how that panned out, right? Come on, man. Just look in the mirror. If you look in the mirror and you really truly look in the mirror, do you know what you will see? You won't only see yourself. You will see everyone on the planet. Because there ain't no difference between you and anyone else. If it wasn't for your place, your time and place where you were born and the conditioning you've gone through, you wouldn't even exist. You might have been a random person that you called stupid now. That's exactly the reason why, you know, even with all the selfishness, all the hate in the world, I still have hope. Because no matter how far you're gone, I still see myself in you, except you made the wrong choice. And you have to, you know, own up the consequences of your choices. It's called cause and effect, called responsibility. Where does pure intent come from? Should your goal be on fostering that then with the streams? Xenon, let me tell you something. The biggest conspiracy on the planet is not so much that the 1% controls everything and is evil. The biggest conspiracy is that it's a feedback loop that self-sustains itself and everybody partakes into it. And you might say like, okay, you are choosing this life. You know what is right and wrong. And you just choose to make life about you. It's that simple. You don't even have to argue. It's not even about me having to inspire you. That's yet another excuse, because you already know what it is to be good. Maybe you might be clueless in how to execute it, but if you truly care, you put the effort to find that out. And if you then even have a place like this, where a lot of it has already been thought through, makes things really easy. But it doesn't matter, because deep inside, you choose to make life about you. So it's not about fostering it. I cannot make a choice for you guys. I just rip apart all the masks, all the hypocrisy, so you're laying down naked with that true monster right in front of you, and it's your choice to be like that. But you know that you have this pureness in you. All of you guys have it, but you choose to push it away. You use excuses like fear or whatever to justify being this monster, but you don't have to. You don't have to be like that. There is no experience that can justify the suffering in the world, man. All the things that are wrong in the world, all the people dying, all the pain. You might say like, yeah, but suffering and pain, isn't that experience too? So you're contradicting yourself. No, it's very different. It's about being attached to it. It's about being attached to experience, about trying to glorify it. While at the end of the day, it's merely a tool. So when I look at the suffering in the world, it's not about the suffering. It's not about the pain. It's not about the experience. It's about the consequences of that experience. Because that's why it's there to begin with. The only reason why you experience is because it allowed us to navigate life in a more optimal way, to navigate reality, to evolve. And if you start chasing it, it goes against everything it stands for, why it even existed in the first place. We glorify an entity, a tool, that has merely been a consequence. If you go back enough, there was no experience. Experience emerged. It's an emergent property. But we all know that. Everybody watching this stream knows that. But hey, if you don't care about the truth, if you don't care about facts, if you don't care about honesty, then why even care about this? It's just all about experience, right? But you choose to value it. It's a choice. Nothing else, nothing more. You have the ability to choose to value other things. Actually, all of you guys have the ability to say like, I won't value experience anymore. I will value what is right. Used by reason, not what feels right, because then you're still valuing experiences about what is right. But Athene, there will be too much population on the planet someday. Manhood needs wars. You need a nice little ban and go Google that. Overpopulation is a dismissed myth. But hey, you didn't say that really because you believe that. You just said that because it's an excuse. You like to deflect, the truth. But go look up overpopulation. It's debunked completely. There is no issue with overpopulation. Actually, the world will probably, cap at 13 billion. Even less based on simulations. Because more and more advanced, the less and less kids you have. So it's actually in your own benefit, even for overpopulation, to give better lives to other people, because then childbirth goes down. How does technology cause to have less kids? It's all personal choice. Would you be arguing that against logic with that? Misworded that. But dude, like, I don't want to be a douchebag, but that's really the kind of stuff you can just Google, man. When you have a better life, you have less kids. It's just how it works. Because if your kids die, you have more kids to have a better chance for these kids to survive in adulthood. That's how it works. But if you have a better life, you don't have this scarcity mindset when it comes down to kids, because you know when you have a kid, it will survive. Go look it up. Third world countries are the ones with the most kids. Actually, you know, first world countries are the countries that have the least children. So I find it actually fascinating that there is actually studies around this specific topic, and that I have to explain it, even though a little Google search can answer you these questions. And you know what's really fascinating? Is that people use that as a justification of why people can die. They go like, world population. But it's not about, what you don't care about world population. It's just an excuse. It's a reason you just give to justify why your inaction kills people every day. That's just an easy excuse, like, oh, there's overpopulation. But if it's your own child that is starving, you're not going to go like, hey kid, it's fine you die. Overpopulation. It's just a hypocritical argument. It drips blood, that argument. It kills. And it's not even true. It's a lie. It's actually quite baffling that people can just sit on their sofa in their little ivory tower going like looking outside. Not even looking outside. You don't even want to see the suffering. That's how much of a fucking hypocrite people are. You just mental image of these kids. Oh yeah, overpopulation. You're a king or a queen of today's era. You know, you live a more luxurious life than kings and queens in the 16th century. You can change so many lives, and yet from your little throne you go like, overpopulation. It's fucking disgusting. Even though it's not even true. And by helping them, you actually solve overpopulation. It's the opposite. If you actually want to make an argument for overpopulation, you gotta go help them. But hey, the moment I say that, you come with another excuse. It's actually quite disgusting, if you think about it. And you know it. You know it's not about overpopulation. You don't even give a shit about overpopulation. You actually, honestly, the core thing is you don't care about these people because you only care about yourself. And then when that unveils itself, of course you don't want to say that. You don't go around with a billboard on your face, I only care about myself, because then people, why would they care about you? So you keep a facade, a show, an act, so you can still get some stuff from other people. Because if you just show your pure face, you know people will just not care about you at all. So you have this entire dance, this eloquent dance of hypocrisy, so you can still get some shit pretending you're a little bit good. You don't give a shit. Nobody cares. And that's why everything that comes at you, you deserve it. You own the consequences of your actions. Action, reaction, you know that. Cause and effect. Of course, you try to conceal it a little bit here and there so you can even take away your responsibility. You love to do that. People love to do that. But we're not children anymore. We're adults. We know better. So don't keep up this facade. Don't keep lying. It's killing people. Let me tell you, every single guy, right, that is purely selfless, it's because they know that being selfish is just empty. It's not what life is about. It's not what gives purpose. It's not what gives meaning. Making life about you is literally you kill yourself. And when I say kill yourself, I'm not talking biologically. I'm talking about any purpose you had is gone. The only thing you can chase is your experience. When that is fading away, you're literally going to kill yourself. That's why suicide rates are through the roof. You're going to be depressed because it's empty. You know why it's empty? Because your experience was never there for you. It's for a bigger goal. That's why parents, first-time parents, they see that. They realize, like, holy shit, life is not about me. Fades away quite quickly, but still. Life ain't about you, bro. Life is bigger than you. You guys all know that. And if you make it about you, you suck it out of all the meaning it has. It becomes empty. It becomes a void. You can chase the carrot on the stick for a little while. But the moment you reflect on that, you get punched in the face. It's like, you know, getting these WoW epics in World of Warcraft, playing video games. You really feel good. Go like, whoa, I got epics. Say in the guild chat, look at me. Oh shit, drop grats. Oh shit, validation. Oh shit, amazing. Put off the PC. Suddenly see your loser life. You just see through it. Go like, I actually got ripped off. You know what you do? Take another shot. Log back in. Oh fuck. Life is a bit too hard. Let's go back into my game. Oh yeah. Another epic. Oh, look at me. I feel really good. Deep inside, you know you're bullshitting yourself. Same with all games. You guys are just like all being fooled. And you fucking know it. Some of you guys even spend money. You guys even spend fucking money on it. Going to work 9 to 5, doing a shitty job, throwing away your life, then to go and spend it on some virtual bullshit that you got really like ripped off into because you've been so desensitized to even use your fucking brain that you can't even think about the most obvious scam. Or you go and focus on getting a car or something, work 3 years to show off to your neighbors, look, my car. They don't give a shit just as much as you don't give a shit about their car. You don't go around thinking like, whoa, these guys have nice cars. You're just being fooled in this entire consumer society. And you know, normally when you have these little rants, there is no solution. There is nothing being given in return. It's like, okay, what now? Use logic, use science, evolve, move forward, do something with your life, have an impact, have some perspective, look at the world for what it is. Matter. Do something productive, contribute, be responsible. Reason leads the way. You guys know all what I say is true. And most likely for most of you guys, when this is done, you just put the PC off, you go back to your shitty life, feeling miserable, feeling pity. Well, nobody really truly cares about you anyway. Just a little feedback loop, a little script you're running, over and over again. Nobody gives a shit, bro. Life ain't about you. It's that simple. It's not about others either. Life is about life itself. And life itself is about evolving. It's about moving forward. That's what life is about. I've lost a lot of meaning in life due to how bad global warming has gotten. Is that your excuse? You know, you got the people sitting on the sideline and looking at all the evil and all the shit in the world going like, yeah, I really lose hope in humanity. No. You lost hope in yourself, bro. That's what you did. You lost hope in yourself because you're just sitting, staring at it and not doing jack shit about it. Don't sit on the sideline, do something. Come over, work with like-minded people, have an impact. Hey, wait. Hey, Athene. Hey, chillax, man, chillax. It was just my standard line to make myself feel a little bit better, moral high ground around friends, you know what I'm saying? I understand it's just some like facade bullshit act. Hey, I don't truly care about the world, global warming. I never really gave so much about the world to begin with. It's about me, but hey, let's keep a show, right? Let's keep the act. Come on, why are you popping that bubble? Yo, chill the fuck down. I could try to make an impact, but it's not going to make a bit of a difference. Excellent, is that your next card? Your one card didn't work, now your next card, it's saying, fuck you, man. Of course it will. If you put yourself to it, it will. That's how it works. That's how the world changes. You know that the world, biggest leaps forward in humanity, weren't done because of some great force. They were done by people that believed and committed and worked hard. You understand that? So yeah, the way you are defining yourself and the way you're looking at things and make yourself believe all this bullshit, yeah, you won't achieve jack shit in your life. Nothing. Not because you can't, but because you don't allow yourself to. You actually believe this bullshit. You don't even believe it yourself. You know it's just an excuse. At least if you have true pure intent, you would see the people here. You would see that it is possible and you would go like, whoa, they can do it, I can do it. But hey, it was never about having an impact to begin with. Whatever you say, man. It ain't gonna be long before this place is filled. And if it's filled, you lose the opportunity to come over. Really think about it. Really reflect on it. Why do you do what you do? What's your true motives? And where is it going to lead you? On the other hand, if you really follow what you believe is right, when you choose to not make life about yourself and just have a more honest relationship and look at the actions and reactions of life itself and learn from it and contribute, and rather than wanting to take more and more, just stop taking things for granted and give back, because you guys are all fucking privileged. Work with like-minded people. Unite for a better world. Bring hope. Bring change. Don't just let your life slip away. There is people here that are working on games, that are achieving things. And a year ago, they were just like you, sitting on their fucking ass. Have the courage to go deep, to look inside you, and to face these fears and do what is right. Think about it, reflect on it, because you guys can do way better. And you know it. And there is no excuse that can stop you from that. Not now. You guys know better. With all these real talks, with all these insights, you have the understanding to tackle these limitations. So stop lying to yourself. Stop being a hypocrite. You know life is not about you. You know life is much bigger than you. And you know that purpose and meaning comes from exactly that. If you make it about you, it's empty. It's void. And there is nothing that justifies the suffering and pain that causes. So stop lying to yourself. Be honest, because that relationship will allow you to align yourself way more with reality, which also brings about a lot more fulfillment. But that's the least of it. it will allow us to move forward and change the world for the better. Either way, keep it up. Don't bullshit yourself. Apply, but only if you choose to not make life about yourself.
Subscribe to youtube.com/AtheneWins. Watch the live stream at twitch.tv/AtheneLive and follow The Real Athene on Snapchat.